What is Zoho Expense, and is it the right fit for your company? We're going to take a look at a high level at what Zoho Expense is and does so you can make the right and confident decisions as to whether this app is right for your business. At its core, as you might expect from the name, is an expense tracking application. Its main purpose is to give a place where receipts and expenses can be tracked by individuals and to automate approvals and guidelines. Before you can decide if Zoho Expense could be the solution you're needing, we need to know the problems it can solve. Without an expense tracking software, monthly reconciliations often involve guesswork, wrangling people down, and a lack of documentation. Your bookkeeper needs to match all of these transactions that come in from your bank accounts and credit cards, and ideally, you'd have a copy of your receipts for all of these purchases saved and stored somewhere. There's two things that Zoho Expense solves here. The first being matching those transactions. For employees with company cards, they'll now be able to submit their expenses as they're incurred, and with their first-hand knowledge can assign the appropriate account to the expenses. As they're submitting this expense, they can attach a receipt from their desktop, phone, or straight from their camera. This gives you a secure place to keep all of these receipts instead of needing to build your own ecosystem or attaching them manually after getting a pile of receipts from your employees. Another issue it can help resolve is fuzzy guidelines. You can set restrictions such as reimbursement limits or approval workflows to automate parts of your review process so you can cut down your time spent looking through this data. This data also needs to get from expense to your accounting software. If you're already using Zoho Books for your accounting, the connection between Books and Expense can save some additional time. Once you've connected Zoho Expense to Books, once expenses are approved, it will automatically post the expenses for you. This helps save the double data entry and is another place where time can be saved. Next, let's explore who uses this software and how. There's two main categories of people that will be using it: employees and managers. Employees can use this to track their expenses either for reimbursement or to prove purchases made on their business credit card. This makes it easy for them to track the information as it occurs, instead of needing to keep their info somewhere until the end of the month and hoping that they kept track of everything. This also makes it much easier for employees that travel a lot, whether it's long distance or just out of the office most of the day. The phone app makes it quick and easy to snap a picture of a receipt and put it right in the system after the purchase instead of needing to hold on to it for later. Managers can also use the app to do all the same things as an employee to track their expenses, but in addition, it gives them access to view their employees' charges in one clean place. They can also set up workflows to make their reviews easier, such as requiring approval for purchases over a certain price or limiting submissions to certain date windows. Seeing is believing, so let's go through what this process looks like at a high level to enter in an expense, approve it, and then see it show up in your books after that's all been completed. To start with, while we're in Zoho Expense, we're going to want to go to My View. There is also an admin view if you have an admin account, but for this, we're just going to go to My View and we'll go to Expenses. We can see here if we have other expenses that haven't been tied to a report yet, then they're going to show up right here. Let's just go ahead and click New Expense at the top. Now, as I alluded to, there were reports we need to tie these to. So any reports you have created are stored here. These are essentially a way to bundle them into a packet to reimburse. So oftentimes it's in a month-long period. So we're just going to hit New Report here since we don't have one for February. There's optional fields here to fill out. You can also add custom ones, as you can see here. For today, we are just going to make this February 1st to February 28th and hit Save. You can see that automatically generated the report name for us. We're going to go ahead and enter in this expense. We'll say today we purchased some consultant expenses for $10, very cheap consulting. And you could check this claim reimbursement if it's something that you bought on your personal card, or if it was on the company card, you would uncheck that. We will go down here, select the correct payment mode. We'll change that to credit card, right? Whatever description we want here. So hired a consultant. That you would want to put something more descriptive than that, but we'll just fill that in like that. If there is a related customer, we'll just put that in. So we'll say Billie Eilish was related to this. And that should be it. Now, you only need to add the customer if this is a billable expense. So if you're going to then bill this to a customer. Now, we are not going to get into the weeds on that, so we're just going to leave that for now. There are a lot of additional fields here, and you will not see this many by default. You can add custom fields and turn on fields by going into your settings, and on our demo account, we have a lot of those options turned on. don't worry too much about that. You can definitely keep this much simpler than the number of fields we have on here. And as you can see, we don't actually need to fill all those out for these purposes. Now, ideally, you would also be attaching a receipt. So you could just click and drag it over. You can upload it directly from your computer. Or if you're on the phone app, then you can select an option to just take a picture of it right then and there. But for right now, we're just going to hit save and close. Now we can see that this new expense is tied to that report that we just created. If you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any specific questions that have come up so far, feel free to leave them in a comment down below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. If you need any help with your Zoho instance, feel free to head over to zenatta.com and click book a meeting to book a meeting with us. We're always happy to chat. Let's go ahead and create a second expense just so we can see what that looks like when we've already got that report created. So right here, we'll make this expense date, we'll say yesterday. For the category, let's go with lodging. And we'll do $50. Good luck finding a hotel for that cheap. Hopefully it's safe. We will change that payment mode to credit card. Stayed at a hotel. And we'll just uncheck billable this time so we don't need to select that customer. Now, same thing, you'd want to drag your receipt in or click on here to bring it in. We'll just hit save and close for this. And great, now that is also associated with that report. To see that report, you could click right up here, or if we go over here to reports, you can see a list of all of the reports that you have created. Up here at the top is the one that we just created. And that's okay, we don't need to worry about that duplicate expense. It's just from examples coming up the same, so don't worry about that for this case. And we can see we've got the two expenses we added here. Now, if we are all done with this report, usually it would be after the month has been completed, so you can get all of your expenses in. But for this, let's say that we're all done. We'll go up here and hit submit. Now, this will depend greatly on how you have set up your approval process, and that is something we'll cover in a different video on how to go in the details of how to set that up. But for right now, we're going to see if it'll let me hit submit even though we've got that error. Great, so that still let me go through. Now that has been submitted, you can hit recall up here and that will bring it back. So if you submitted it and then realized, oh, actually, there's an issue with that report, I need to add something, change something, remove something, set it to reimbursed or not reimbursed, then you could hit recall and we can actually just see what that looks like because it's really easy. You hit recall, now you can edit it just as if you hadn't done it. And let's actually look at this error real quick. Can we just tell it it is not a duplicate? Not a duplicate. Great, okay. Now let's resubmit. Same thing up here. Sometimes it gives you the drop down. You just have to make sure you've set up your settings to fit how you'd like the approval workflow to go. So we'll just hit submit here. Great, so that's been resubmitted. Now we can see it's set to awaiting approval up here. So to approve it, we're going to go to admin view, and normally this would be someone else that is an admin would go over here. But if you are an admin and you have the approval to approve your own expenses, then this is what it would look like. So we'll go over to reports and we can see this is that one that we just created, and we can click into it and hit approve right here. Okay, great. So now that that has been approved, if you do use QuickBooks, there's an export to QuickBooks option up here. But otherwise, for this case, we are going to record a reimbursement. So essentially the way we posted these expenses was as if the employee paid for them with their own personal funds, and now we need to give them that money back. So let's say we paid them today just with petty cash that we had and, paid from petty cash. These are not great descriptions. Notate better on your documents, okay? We'll record reimbursement. Okay, great. So now that that's been reimbursed, we should be able to go to books. And if we go to our purchases and to our expenses, we can see that we've got both of those expenses that we created in here. So there's that $10 expense, and we can see it's even got that report name, all of that information, who submitted it, the customer related for this one because we tied it to that. All of that information is on here. Same here. All of that information is on here. So really great that it automatically moves that information over. Of course, if you are using other accounting softwares, you may have a different experience, but the connection between Zoho Expense and Zoho Books makes it really easy to bring that data over once it's all been submitted and approved. What if your company is just a couple of people and you don't have managers and employees? You can still definitely use Zoho Expense even if your company is just yourself or your peers. However, the features involved may feel like overkill for your needs. If your business has you traveling a lot, then the mobility of the phone app may make it worthwhile. However, you should consider just entering your expenses directly into your accounting app if you only have 1 or 2 people at your company. The 3 main places you'll want to integrate your expenses to are your accounting software, your payroll, and your reporting software. Zoho Expense is designed to integrate with accounting software. Ideally, you'd be using Zoho Books, but there are integrations for other accounting softwares as well. Essentially, once the expenses are approved, they will automatically be brought over to your accounting software, so they're ready to be reconciled. For payroll, your expense reimbursements can integrate with Zoho Payroll, but in the likely chance you're using another provider, plan to grab this data manually from Expense and add it to your payroll. For basic reporting, the reports in your accounting software or the analytics in Zoho Expense will cover your needs. If you have more specific reporting needs or want to build out custom dashboards, expenses can be connected to Zoho Analytics for more versatility in your reporting options. That wraps up our overview of Zoho Expense. Make sure to check out our other videos on Zoho Suite to make sure you're up to date on all the best tips and tricks to keep your business running smoothly. As always, if you found this content helpful, please make sure to like and subscribe. If you have any specific features you're looking for, whether in Zoho Expense or other Zoho apps, leave a comment about it below. If you're looking for any support in implementing Zoho Expense, or just want to be able to have a real person you can go to for questions as you utilize Zoho, you can always book a meeting with us at zenatta.com. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.